Students from Warilla High School recently started an exciting new project with the Illawarra Environmental Education Centre.
Take one.
They began investigating and creating a behind-the-scenes documentary on how they went about taking on the challenge to reduce the waste going to landfill from their school. The students also began to learn the techniques of filming and editing, which they will then use to document their investigation.
Take three. Take the weight. Come on. Dig your heels.
I'm always on the railing!
As part of the project, the students participated in some initiative activities to help them work together as a team and find solutions to the different problems.
On the first day, we did leadership courses, like to build teamwork within our class.
You know how hard this is getting up this class? Doing it backwards. Go, come on!
You failed! Shut up!
I'm not even holding on.
1, 2, 3, get it up.
Are we going to do a measure of how much waste goes into a bin, like daily?
Yeah, Katie, what chemicals come out of garbage decomposition?
How many schools in the area have recycling bins? We learnt editing and filming techniques, which we used to interview Nick Fennelly.
So I reckon if we have another one on the side, and he's doing like a side shot, you get a couple of different angles. Say I'm filming with this camera, I'm filming you guys. You're going to try and hold it for at least 4 seconds.
What was the best part about today, Georgia? The interview with Nick.
So it's my job to make sure that all the waste that's generated in the Shell Harbour local government area, which is quite a large area, it runs from the Windang Bridge in the north all the way down to the Minamara River in the south, and then all the way out to the escarpment as well. In that area there's about 23,000 homes out there, and all of those homes are producing waste every single day of the week. So I'm 30 years old, so by the time you guys are my age, that if we keep going the way we are going now, that tip could be full and there might not be a tip anymore in Shell Harbour.
We're going to have the camera here, and I need all you guys sort of sitting here, so you have to all shuffle across a bit. Make sure it stays just off to the right side of the centre. Whenever you're ready, take one.
What actions are you going to take to try and reduce waste?
I think probably the best way of answering that is, I spoke before about the audits that we'd done, and they've showed that half of the waste produced in Shell Harbour by the community is food waste. One of our most important strategies is ways of dealing with that food waste and getting that out of the garbage and out of the tip and turned into something that's actually useful.
And did you learn something?
Yeah. They actually, in the tips, it's more based than you'd think. It's not just, all right, let's dump this stuff in a hole. It's actually all thought out.
Around how much garbage do you think goes into the garbage each year?
So overall there's about 25,000 tonnes of garbage ending up in the tip each year. It's a lot of material, and I guess to put that in perspective, I don't know if you've ever been to Wynn Stadium or Wynn Entertainment Centre to watch the Hawks play, but if you filled that entire stadium up with garbage, that's the kind of quantity we're looking at. So it's a lot of material.
After we interviewed Nick, we came back to the school and did a waste audit, which is dumping all the waste onto the floor and sorting it into groups like mixed waste and organic waste. Then we worked out how much we could actually go into the rubbish and how much we could compost or recycle.
So what we're doing is we're going to weigh the buckets with everything in it and put that down. Then we're going to get rid of the stuff and weigh the buckets themselves. And then from that we're going to find out how much waste we actually have.
There were lots of organic material. No one likes to eat their crust. There's lots of recycling that wasn't in the recycling bins, and it's a waste, and it can be made into other stuffs.
We found lots of uneaten food and wraps, like plastics.
All this stuff just goes into the same bin, and I think like we could start composting or worm farming, and that could even help us do like a veggie garden or something. Only like a quarter of it needs to be chucked in the bin.
We don't have a recycling bin, so a lot of it still goes to waste anyway, and it doesn't need to, and it costs a lot of money.
We're going to go and visit the Sustainable Schools website. This is admin. And then once we're on the website, we're going to log in using... So at the moment, we're putting in the data that we collected the other day when we're sorting out the trash into the computer. So the first one is the weight of both the bucket and all the rubbish in it. The second one is just the weight of the bucket. And then the third one is how much waste was in the bucket.
We need to think of ways of how we can reduce the waste. So, Chantal.
I think we should put a recycling bin in the school.
Okay, Bo.
Composting.
It's been good to learn how to reduce waste and how severe the waste is within our area.
We've been learning about how to edit and film and use photography and digital media, and we've also been learning about how our school has effect on the amount of waste that goes to the tip and what we could do to change it. A lot of the things that we throw out here don't need to be, only like a quarter of it actually has to go to the tip.
So we're gonna make a storyboard for an ad campaign. What you've got to do is just like present it to the class and then tell us how it's gonna change people's minds about not littering.
Started off as something that we thought might have just been learning about waste management, but now the students have learned so much about how to use videos and film production and all those sort of things, and they've got a real interest in that type of work now.
And our idea is that if we can't educate people to do it, we're going to like scare them into doing it.
Then at the end, everyone chases the garbage bin around, and there's the song going, garbage bin, it does whatever a garbage bin does. Can you pick up rubbish? No, he can't, because he's just been, look out, here's a garbage bin.
And we're planning to jump out of a bin and scare people.
You're scared. You're annoying.
Whoa!
Why can't you just pick it up?
No, you pick it up.
I'm a rubbish bin.
I don't care, pick it up.
I can't pick it up.
Here in the quad, we've improved like how much people don't litter anymore by putting more bins in here. There are now, I think, 13? 15 bins, which helps stop people from littering because they're all close to where everyone is, and for the lazy people.
They're in the popular spots.
Yeah, they're in all the spots that people are usually in.
Well, we're here at the history staff room, and recycling has come like a priority, so they have to use it all the time. So if you follow me.
Okay, we're here with Mrs. Speed, and we're about to ask her if she interview her about recycling. So do you recycle?
I do.
How much do you use the bin?
All the time.
Do you think you waste paper?
I try not to, but sometimes, yes.
Honest person.
And do you think I'm a good student?
Very good. A lot of the students have actually, you've seen a lot of their character and personality come out. A lot of the kids at the start of the project just wanted to be behind the camera, whereas now by the end of the project, a lot of the students are actually wanting to be in front of the camera and speaking. So they're improving their social skills and presentation as well.
Over the last couple months, we've been learning about waste and rubbish and like how to recycle and stuff, and learn about the importance of recycling and where our waste goes.
The amount of food we waste in the first world countries could feed all of the third world countries.
I was picking up a piece of paper in the classroom a couple of weeks ago, and I was about to put it into the bin in a rush. One of the students who's involved in the projects yelled out to me, "I hope that's going in the recycling bin, sir." And it really sort of put that message across to me that those students are aware of those things, whereas before they may have just allowed me to put it into the normal bin.